مدد يا سلطان الأولياء، نظرك همتك يا سيدي الكريم، دستور يا سيدي ومولاي يا سيدي الشيخ ناظم، مدد يا رجال الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah, we have visitors from East and West. We have people from Europe, we have people from Canada, Western Canada, we have people from, MashaAllah, Santa Cruz, California. Alhamdulillah, we have people from DC. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always keep us together. Ameen. In Majlis of Zikrullah, we have gathered here for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's love and the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Paid anybody any money to come here? Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given that love. So you are coming to take something from what Mawlana Shaykh Nazim is giving. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always keep us walking his footsteps. Hey, Mawlana Shaykh Nazim told a story, and I think it's a good story. He said that a man had a bird. This bird always kept him company, good company, made him happy. So one time, this man is a merchant. So one time he was going on traveling for his business, and he was going to the land that he picked up the bird from. He said, "Oh my bird, I am going to your land, to your friends, to where I picked you from. Do you have any message to your bird family?" The bird said, "Oh my master, tell them that I am asirun ladayka, that I am a captive with you, by you. I have been captive. I have been taken hostage by you. Tell them that." This man, according to Mawlana Shaykh Nazim, he said, "I will tell them that." So he went to that bird family and he told them that there's salam, your bird, nephew, brother, niece, whatever it is sending you salam, and he's saying that, oh, and the bird said, "Ask them, how can I save myself?" So he said, he's sending you salams. He said that he is my captive and he's asking how to save himself. So Mawlana Shaykh Nazim said that bird family closed up their wings and fell down off the tree, all of them dead. They were shocked at the news. They just felt dead. This man felt very sad that he should not have given them that question and that message. He went to this market, he finished his business, his trade, and he went back home. He went back home to tell his bird what happened to his family. So he went back and he told, "Oh my bird, I have bad news, good news, I don't know. I told them your message, and what happened is that they closed their wings and all of them fell dead." So the bird, the poor bird, he closed his wings and fell dead in the cage. So the man is sad. His bird died. The bird family died. What does he do now? So he said, "Let me take him out of the cage so I can throw him away. He can go, he can be buried by himself on his own." He took him dead and he threw him. The minute he threw him away, Mawlana Shaykh Nazim is saying that bird became alive and went to the branch. Actually, he was not dead. He said, "I thought you were dead." He said, "No, my family taught me how to get out of your hand, how to escape you. My family told me, pretend you're dead. When you are dead, you're not his captive anymore. When you are dead, you're not his entertainer anymore. When you are dead, you're not the one to fulfill his desires anymore with your musical chirping. When you are dead, he has no use of you. You will be free. So when you are dead from your ego, When your ego finds you useless, when the people of this world that have enslaved you find you useless, when you kill yourself from this world, not physically killing yourself, means detaching yourself, pretending that you are dead. I am of no use to you anymore. What are you going to do with me? I am not part of this. I'm not part of your world anymore. You cannot enslave me anymore. If you can tell your ego that is the wisdom of that story, that the ego has captivated you, has taken you as a prisoner to fulfill its desires and make it happy. That's why it keeps you in the cage under control. Entertain me, amuse me, do what I want, do what I wish. So when you are a dead bird in that cage, that ego has no use of you. So awliyaullah, they teach you how to be dead from this dunya. When you go to awliyaullah, when you go to your family and tell them, how can I liberate myself from the hands of my ego that wants everything in this world, wants all the pleasures of this world, how can I free myself? They will tell you, fall dead, pretend you're dead. So if you want to escape the enslavement of this dunya, the enslavement of the shaitans and the ego and the desires, you have to be dead. That's why it was said, فَاقْتُلُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. Kill yourself off from this world. Go. Then you will be free. When the ego lost you, you are free. When the ego has you, you are not free. So Mawlana Shaykh Nazim says they have understood freedom the opposite way. Freedom is to be free from the ego's desires. Now they want freedom to do whatever the ego tells them to do. Whatever my ego wishes to do, we have to do it. Even if it's wrong. But this is the ego's desires. We do it. You have not freed yourself or liberated yourself, like they say. Rather, you have enslaved yourself even more at the hands of this ego that has no fulfillment of its desires. It always wants more. So that's why you have to be dead. Dead is what? Is khalwa. Dead is to be secluded. Dead is to run away. Run away from everybody. Leave. Leave, as Mawlana Shaykh Nazim is saying. Where was it? I hope I didn't mess it up. Yeah. There, okay. When you come to shuyukh, they will teach you khalawat wa riyadat. They will teach you the arts of seclusion, and they will teach you the practices in seclusion. That means you isolate yourself from dunya. When you are in seclusion, your ego has no use of you anymore. You don't do what it says. You have given up that. You have given yourself to that murshid, to that waliullah, to cut you off from this world. When you do that, Mawlana Shaykh Nazim is saying, 3 things will happen to you. When you are able to find a shaykh, a waliullah, and you go to him and you say, yes, Sayyidi, how can I free myself from this nasty ego of mine? He will teach you. He will teach you. First, what happens to you when you enter into this khalwa with the shuyukh, and this is the month of khalwa, that's why we are talking about this. First thing that will happen to you is علم يعطيك الله عز وجل علم حيث لا تحتاج للدراسة من الكتب بدون دراسة الله يدرسه. Alhamdulillah, we have an Egyptian. Hey Mustafa, yeah, understand? Without studying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will teach you. When you isolate yourself from dunya, عندما تعرض عن الدنيا وتقبل على المولى, when you turn your back to dunya and you put your front and give your front to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, means when you direct yourself to Allah, away from dunya towards Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you knowledge. He will give to your heart the knowledges of heavens and earth, all of it to your heart. And the fountains of wisdoms will spring out of your heart when you enter into khalwa. When you say, Ya Rabbi, I just want you. I am not anymore slave for this world. Even if they want to enslave you, they say, no, you have to work. No, you have to do this for us. No, you have to give and give and give. And when you say, I'm not that anymore, Ya Rabbi, I just want you. You can send me my food. You can send me my sustenance. I believe in you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will open to your heart knowledge that you don't need books anymore. That knowledge will come straight to your heart from the wisdoms of heavens and earth. And you will start to receive hikmah, wisdom, from everything, from stones, from plants, from animals, from humans. Wherever you look, hikmah will come to you. You look at a human being, in one look, you will understand the wisdom of his creation. You look at an animal, you will understand the wisdom of their creation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will open to your heart the ilm and the wisdom. Al-kitab, which is the ilm, and the wisdom, which is the hikmah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam will purify them, and awliyaullah will purify them. When that happens, وَيُعَلِّمُهُمُ الْكِتَابَ وَالْحِكْمَةِ He will teach them kitab, which is ilm, and He will teach them wisdom. So that's the first thing that comes to you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will teach you knowledge without books, and will teach you wisdom from His creation. By looking at His creation, you get both. Second thing that happens to you, that you become a mukhlis. A mukhlis, when you do ibadah for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for Him, not for anything else. Not for anything else. That is the most difficult. Your ego always says, what's in it for me? Why are we doing zikr tonight? What's in it for me? Why are we doing conferences here and there? What's in it for me? What advantage I am going to get? What prestige I am going to achieve? What's in it for me? So many ulama and so many shuyukh, they do worship because their ego wants something out of it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you enter Khalwa, He will give you that fruit of that Khalwa, that you will not ask for anything. It's only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, only the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you love zikrullah. You love Mawlid al-Sharif. You love to pray with people. It is your love to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that makes you do the ibadah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will open the doors of ikhlas, of sincerity. أَلَا لِلَّهِ الدِّينُ الْخَالِصِ Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only accepts what is purely for Him. He doesn't accept any worship that is not for Him. Mawlana Shaykh Nazim has said, if you dance for Allah, it's accepted. If you pray for other than Allah, it's not accepted. Your namaz, your salah, if it's for other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's not accepted. But if you're joshmak, they say, when you get so happy and like Adam does sometimes, for Allah, it is accepted. So in Khalwa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will open to you knowledge and wisdom to your heart. And second, He will open to you the door of ikhlas, the door of sincerity. What you do is only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So everything in this universe takes you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In everything you look, there is something that points to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why Mawlana Shaykh Nazim is saying, why did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam go on Mi'raj in this month? ماذا كان مقصود النبي? What was the destination of Nabiullah, Habibullah, Rasulullah, the night of ascension, the night journey? What do you think it was? What did he want? Allah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made him go through all universes. He says, look at this one, and look at that one, and look here, and look there. What did he say? He did not look anywhere. He did not look right. He did not look left, because everything had a wisdom that points to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So basically he collected all of them and made it a big pointer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he did not want anything except to reach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. His ibadah, his movement, his traveling, whatever he's doing in these universes, he has met all creation. They were all honored to see him. He met all creation but he traveled these universes not for them, he traveled for Allah, to reach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So everything has to be for Allah. حتى وصل لحضرة الإله لحضرة إلهي, until he reached the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that is ikhlas. You worship for whom? To reach the huzur, the presence of whom? Yeah. Whose presence you want to reach when you go to worship, or when you go to do acts of obedience? Whose presence you want to enter? I want to go to a big sultan, big king, a prime minister, a president. That's the presence you want to enter to. That is the wrong intention. When you are going with worship, with obedience, you are going to the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nobody else. And everybody else is with you going to Him. It's not I'm going to them. You are going to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That will open to you in Khalwa, because you have cut off yourself from everything. And third, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will dress you with a state of love, that you will only love Him. You will only love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. La ilaha illallah. So how do you love Him? The other day, I came across a story, subhanallah. It explains to you the one that has been dressed, the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Waliullah, one of the awliyaullah, his name is Nour al-Masri. There's an Egyptian Waliullah, his name is Nour or Dhunnun. That's his name. Qaddasallahu sirruh. He was traveling in Sham. He came across, he was traveling in the mountains of Sham, which is the mountains of Lebanon. That's all Sham, until the French put all these borders there and rearranged everything. They were all Sham, Biladu Sham. Anyway, he was traveling in these mountains. He came across a man, young man, very beautiful face, enlightened face, sitting somewhere crying. He approached to see what he's saying. He's making dua. That young man noticed Waliullah coming, but he continued. He was saying these three verses. He was saying, this young man, أعرضت عيني عن الدنيا وزينتها. You have turned my eye away from dunya and its decorations and its glamour. أعرضت عيني عن الدنيا وزينتها. فأنت والروح شيء غير مفترق. You and the soul are something that do not separate. Soul is from the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's with Him. You and the soul, it's His soul. It's something that don't separate, always together. إذا ذكرتك وافى مقلتي أرق. When I make zikr of you, to my eye comes araq, means you can't sleep anymore. When he mentions Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sleep vanishes, goes away. He becomes, what do they say when you, insomniac. You know what insomnia is, Ali? What is insomnia? Always awake. He says, when I mention your name, to my eyes comes insomnia. I cannot sleep anymore. من أول الليل إلى طلوع الفلق. From the beginning of the night until the appearance of Fajr, Falaq. قل أعوذ برب الفلق. Falaq means the separation of night and day. Night leaves the day. The sunshine comes, the light comes. So when I mention you, he said, you have made my eye turn away from dunya. This Waliullah is listening to what this young man is saying. You have made my eye turn away from dunya and its glamour. You and my soul are something that don't separate. When I mention you, my insomnia comes to my eyes from the beginning of the night until Fajr time. What was the saying? وَمَا تَبَاقَتِ الْأَشْفَانِ عَنْ سِنَةٌ. But when at Fajr time, when I get this little bit of snoozing and my two ashfan, my two eyelids, they close, أراك بين الجفن والحدق إلا رأيتك بين الجفن والحدق. When my two eyelids, they start to close, when I start to snooze at the end at Fajr time, I see you between my eyelid and my iris. You know hadaq? Hadaq is the eyeball. When I close my eyes, because I'm snoozing, that sleepiness has come at last to me. But when I close my eyes, I see you between my eyelid and my eyeball. Look at that love. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dresses you with love, you will see Him. When you close your eyes, you will see Him between your eyelid and your eyeball. You will see Him in between. You cannot ever not see Him anymore. He is everywhere you look, He is there. So that the Noon, that Waliullah, when he heard that, he said, what made you like this? He says, his love made me wander about. He said, what made you leave everybody and be in the mountains? He said, my yearning to find Him drives me to be like that, to find Him. And he said, and what made you single only for Him? He said, wajdi lahu afradani. My passion for Him made me, singled me. Means I have no companions because of my passion to Him. I have cut off my ties with all family, friends, everybody, because I am wanting to find Him. And my love makes me wander about like that. And he said, oh, yeah, the Noon, do you like the crazy talk? He says, yeah, I like the crazy talk. وَأَشْجَانِ أُحِبُّهُ وَأَشْجَانِ. وَأَشْجَانِ means tarab. What is tarab? Gave me a buzz. You know, when they drink, they get a buzz and they're happy. He said, your talk made me happy. It gave me ecstasy. That is the love of a true lover to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He only sees Him to the point that when he closes his eyes, he sees Him between his eyelid and his eyeball. When he mentions Him, he is insomniac. He cannot sleep. He is with Him all night long. And when he is with Him, he has turned away from dunya and all its glamour. Whatever it has to offer, it's not in his heart. So when you follow Waliullah and you go into Khalwa, that ilm will come, that hikmah will come, that ikhlas, sincerity will come, and that love, you will be dressed. That's why awliyaullah, they are all in love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in love with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and in love with awliyaullah. A true mu'min is that one, that at the end Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will dress them, that love. And that love will reflect to others. That's why awliyaullah, when you see them, you want to follow them. Why? Because you want to get what they got. They want to teach you. They want to teach you how they reached what they reached. Not from dunya. Everybody now wants to be like the Shaykh. Why? Oh, he's famous. I want to be famous like him. Oh, okay. I want to be like the Shaykh. Why? Because he has so many murids. I want to have murids like him, so many. That's what you want from the Shaykh. The Shaykh wants you to dress up with the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when you close your eyes, you will see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala between your eyelid and eyeball. To that extent that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken over your eyesight. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken over your heart. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken over your hearing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken over yourself. You are wandering about in the mountains away from everybody, because everybody wants to take you away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Khalwa, Riyada in this month is what awliyaullah offer. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to reach what they have reached, to reach that love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala where He dresses us with His love. That's what you need. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. So to reach that, be like that bird. Pretend you're dead. I have no money for you, my wife. I have no presents for you, my kids. I have no use for you, my boss. I have no use for you, my God. I'm dead. I have no use for anybody. Cut off yourself. Cut off yourself. I'm not your slave. Tell them, I'm not your slave. Go hit your head in the wall. I am the servant and the slave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am of no use to you. Then they will let you go. If they find out that you have use for them, they will keep you chained. Anytime they want you, they pull you to them. So cut off that string. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to be with him, with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Wa min Allah tawfiq. I think it's more than enough. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. If you don't know your murshid, you don't know your wali, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide you. I heard the story that there was one person from Grand Waliullah, Grand Awliya, how they started. He said, I was lying on my back and some birds flew over me, and when they flew over me, I heard them making tasbih of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. From that tasbih, I was so drawn to my Lord that I said I need to be like them, making tasbih like them, making zikr like them, because I want to reach my Lord. Love has taken over his heart. He went out. He cut off the ties. He opened the door, started walking to find Waliullah. On the way, he came across Sayyidina al-Khidr alayhi salam. Sayyidina al-Khidr alayhi salam told him, I was at the presence of Shaykh Abdul Qadir al-Jilani qaddasallahu sirru, and he told me, Ya Abul Abbas, oh my brother Khidr alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has attracted somebody to his presence. Go find him and send him to me. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to come, he will let Khidr alayhi salam find you, and he will send you to your murshid, to your shaykh, to your wali. So don't say, where I'm going to find my waliullah, where am I going to find my shaykh? You don't need to find them. They find you. They can come to you through your heart without you knowing. They can make you make suluk, make this path, tread this path in tariqah without you seeing them. But you know that you are being tested by them. You have to have that realization, that awareness that they are testing me today. You have a problem. The qutub of the time is testing me today. Maybe you have no permission to see him physically, but by heart he is with you if you keep your heart with him. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to reach, he will draw you by the birds. He will draw you by anything. And he will send Khidr alayhi salam to you. So he sent Khidr alayhi salam to that person. He said, I was at the majlis of Sayyid Abdul Qadir al-Jilani, Shaykh Abdul Qadir al-Jilani qaddasallahu sirru. He said, Ya Khidr, go find that man that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has drawn to his presence and send him to me. So he went. He went to see the Abdul Qadir al-Jilani. And Sayyidina Abdul Qadir al-Jilani said, Marhaban biman jadabahu ar-Rabbu bi alsinat at-tayr. Welcome to you, the one that was attracted to his presence by the tongues of the birds. When the birds, they chirp, what do you think they say? That's what they say. Or they say Subhanallah in their own language, or they say Zikrullah in their own language. So that man was hearing what they were saying. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the tongues of the birds, attracted him to his presence. وَجَمَعَ لَهُ كَثِيرًا مِنَ الْخَيْرِ. Welcome to you, the one that was attracted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's presence, was drawn to his presence by the tongues of the birds, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prepared for you so much khair. There was so much khair for you in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's presence. We are running after these garbage stuff down here on earth, and we are leaving what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has valuable stuff for us in akhirah. Keep running. Keep running in rallies. Keep running in speeches. Keep giving talks. Keep at that until you reach the highest position. And after that, you die. They're going to go 4 years. Go 4 years. And then 8 years. Okay, 8 years. And then, I'm 85 then, 89, 90. What do? You are all wrinkled. You are dry. You have no hair, no bones. They put you all of you in one coffin, and they throw you away. Good job. And you have left akhirah. You have left what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised you. And you ran after something that is going away anyway, fleeting, running away from you. So that man, when he was sincere in asking for a murshid, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Khidr alayhi salam to him. So if you are sincere in asking for a waliullah, if you are sincere in saying, Ya Rabbi, I want you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you tawfiq, will make you successful in reaching him. And that's what we are asking for. We are asking that we reach him. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from them. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Especially in this holy month, ya Rabbi. We are starting, inshallah, we are starting Khalwa with the one that has started Khalwa in the beginning. As Mawlana Shaykh Nazim said, they are awliyaullah in this month, that they do the Khalwa for the Ummah. On behalf of the Ummah, they are doing Khalwa of Rajab and 10 of Sha'ban. He said, always, every day, for at least 10-15 minutes, say, Ya Rabbi, I'm doing Khalwa with him. Tashabbuhan, resembling him, trying to look like him, trying to do what he is doing. That Waliullah that is responsible for the Ummah in this time, he is doing the Khalwa on behalf of the Ummah to receive what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised them, and then he distributes it to them. Ya Rabbi, I'm making it with him, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you that sawab. So don't forget. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to be with awliyaullah. Ya Rabbi, make us with them always. Make their light reach our heart. Make their love reach our heart. And make us reach your love oceans. Ya Rabbal Alameen. بحرمة الحبيب صلى الله عليه وسلم وبحرمة الفاتحة. آمين. تقبل الله. نوينا ختم الخواجة كان أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. أستغفر الله 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 العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم وأتوب إليه إنه هو التواب الرحيم. من كل ذنب ومعصية، من كل ما يخالف دين الإسلام، من كل ما يخالف الشريعة، من كل ما يخالف الطريقة، من كل ما يخالف الحقيقة، من كل ما يخالف المعرفة، من كل ما يخالف العزيمة يا أرحم الراحمين. أودعنا هذه الكلمتين الشهادتين والاستغفار عندك يا سلطان الأنبياء، وعندك يا سلطان الأولياء، وعندك يا سيدي ومولاي، وهم لنا وديعة عندكم يوم القيامة يا من أرسلكم الله تعالى رحمة للعالمين. اللهم يا مسبب الأسباب، يا مفتح الأبواب، يا مقلب القلوب والأبصار، يا دليل المتحيرين، يا غياث المستغيثين، يا حي يا قيوم، يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. وأفوض أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد. رابطة الشريفة. Connect your heart to the قطب المتصرف of the time. Let's do this. سورة الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. صلوات الشريفة اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. 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 سورة الانشراح. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر.
سورة الإخلاص.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر.
سورة الفاتحة.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين.
شريفا.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم.
صل يا رب وسلم على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وآل كل أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب قد آتيتني من الملك وعلمتني من تأويل الأحاديث فاطر السماوات والأرض أنت ولي في الدنيا والآخرة توفني مسلما وألحقني بالصالحين. صدق الله العظيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. زيادة لشرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وآله وأصحابه الكرام وإلى أرواح إخوانهم من الأنبياء والمرسلين وخدماء شرائعهم وإلى أرواح الأئمة الأربعة وإلى أرواح مشايخنا في الطريقة النقشبندية العالية خاصة إلى أرواح أهل ختم الخواججان. الفاتحة. واعلم أنه لا
إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله. سيدنا ومولانا محمد رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وسلم. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله
عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله
محمد نبي الله
عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله
محمد صفي الله
عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله
محمد ناجي الله
عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله
محمد كريم
صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله
محمد خليل الله
عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله
محمد شفيع الله
عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله
محمد حبيب الله
عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله
محمد عبد الله ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم إلى حضرة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وآله وأصحابه الكرام وإلى أرواح سائر ساداتنا الفاتحة. الله 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 Muhammadun abduhu wa rasuluhu sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Just something came to my mind. I don't want to say my heart. Astaghfirullah. Muhammadun abdullahi wa rasuluhu. And when we finish saying La ilaha illallah, Muhammadun habibullah, then we finish with Muhammadun abdullahi wa rasuluhu. Abdullah, what does it mean? He is moving from khalq to khaliq. So the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the one that follows the sunnah of Rasulullah, the one that follows the way of Rasulullah, the first part is to move from creation to creator. Abad, ubudiyya, is when you turn your back on khalq, you turn your back on creation, and you are moving from khalq to haqq. So when you reach haqq, what happens? He sends you back. So Abdullah is when you are letting go of everything. Everything. Not only your belongings and your house and your finances or your identity and whatever. You are letting go of the whole world. You are letting go of the whole worlds. You are letting go of all heavens. You are letting go of everything in existence because you are moving from khalq to haqq. Abdullah means you are not servant except for Allah. Nothing. Nothing in your heart. You understand, Shaykh, what I'm trying to say? Muhammadun abduhu. Moving towards him until he reaches a point when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, wa rasuluh. Then you are moving back from haqq to khalq. So the preacher, the wise, the one that is giving nasiha, the sheikh that is going around teaching Islam, or the missionary teaching Christianity, or the other one teaching Judaism, or the other one that's teaching religion, he has to move first from everything that from all identities, even from his own identity. He has to vanish from that. He has to be Abdullah. What is Abdullah? Servant of Allah. What is your name? No name. Where are you? You're nowhere. What is Abdullah? It is general. Servant of Allah. No identity. Your only identity is Allah, Abdullah, the idafa. You have been added as abd to the holy name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are servant from his servants. So the one that is going around teaching Islam, he has to reach Abdullah first. When he reaches Abdullah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends him back as Rasul. That is for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. For Waliullah, he sends him back for irshad, for guiding them. He said, now go back. If there's no permission to go back for irshad, you cannot go back for irshad. You cannot go back saying, I am a murshid. Muhammadun Abdullahi. First, he has moved. He has let go of everything until he reached, that is Laylatul Isra wal Mi'raj. It was one of the meanings that you are. He is moving towards Allah. Ubudiyya. Subhanalladhi asra bi'abdi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken him on that journey. He has taken his servant, abdi. That means you have to move for ubudiyya and you come back with risala. So ubudiyya is moving from khalq to haqq. Understand. Oh, the one that claims to be a big one, understand that you have to reach nothingness first. Nothingness. Where is there nothingness? You look at them, there is nothing about nothingness in their lives. It is all about themselves. It is all about what they are. It is all about their identity. You have to have no identity. Why is it who? You are moving from alif to who to ha. You are moving from him to him. That means you are an identityless creation. You have no identity. You have to vanish in that ha, in that who. You have to. Your identity has to go away. It is only the identity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is Abdullah. No identity. Mawlana Shaykh Nazim was so many times asked about his past life. He said, I don't remember what I ate last night for you to ask me about my past life. And what does it matter where I studied? What does it matter where I was? What does it matter this and that, where I was born? What matters that I was trying to be a Muslim then, I'm trying to be a Muslim now, and I'm trying to stay Muslim until I die. That's what he said. Look at that difference between a true Waliullah and all the fake Awliyaullah that claim to be Awliyaullah nowadays. From the name of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if they are saying La ilaha illallah, or they are saying Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu, where is your ubudiyya first? You are to be a servant. A servant has no say in front of his master, does he? The servant says, whatever you wish, my master, I do. Whatever you will, my master, I do. It's up to you. I have no say in front of your say. It is for you. That is ubudiyya. You have to reach that Muhammadun Abdullahi. Reach haqq first. And then come back to khalq. If you have the permission to come back to khalq. And when you come back to khalq, you bring them back to haqq. You don't bring them back to dunya. You don't bring them back to your servitude. You have taken them as servants for themselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah, guides all our hearts to follow that path of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam as in ubudiyya to haqq from all creation and back to khalq if he permits. If he keeps you there, like he kept Sayyidina Idris alayhi salam, he didn't want to go back. He went up in heavens. Sayyidina Idris alayhi salam is in heavens. Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam is in heavens. If he keeps you there, you stay there. If he sends you back, he sends you back. But it's not up to you. That is the true no will. It's not like I come back and I become a big guide for humanity, big philosopher, like these all pretend philosophers. You ever studied the French Revolution? You should. See all these philosophers that tried to come up with a religion after they destroyed the religion in France. The cult of the supreme being, it's all facts. The cult of reasoning or reason, whatever they call it. They tried to come back with something to substitute the void of religion to control people. So there's so many of them, that philosophers and fake ones, that they come up with something to fill that void of religion to control people. It's not up to you all. In some, your mission is to follow Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to reach that Abdullah, lost in translation, no identity, finished. You're gone. Whatever identity Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you, you take. Whatever title He gives you, you take. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. Ya Rabbal Alameen, astaghfirullah. That came to my heart and I want to, because we always say Muhammadun Abdullahi. From khalq to haq. Wa Rasuluh, from haq back to khalq. آمين يا رب. اجعلنا متبعين آثار قدمه الشريف يا ربي. إنه قدم صدق. قدم الصدق. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم ياه ياه يا دائم ياه ياه يا دائم الله ياه يا دائم يا دائم يا دائم يا دائم يا الله
يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. 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 صل يا ربي وسلم على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وآل كل أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. على أشرف العالمين سيدنا محمد الصلوات، على أفضل العالمين سيدنا محمد الصلوات، على أكمل العالمين سيدنا محمد الصلوات، صلوات الله تعالى وملائكته وأنبيائه ورسله وجميع خلقه على محمد وعلى آل محمد عليه وعليهم السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. ورضي الله تبارك وتعالى عن سيدنا أصحاب رسول الله أجمعين وعن التابعين بهم بإحسان وعن الأئمة المجتهدين الماضين وعن العلماء المتقين وعن الأولياء الصالحين وعن مشايخنا في الطريقة النقشبندية العالية قدس الله تعالى أرواحهم الزكية ونور الله تعالى أضرحتهم المباركة وأعاذ الله تعالى علينا ببركاتهم وفيضاتهم دائما والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة. بسم الله. زيادة لشرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ولأصحابه الكرام ولأرواح إخواننا من الأنبياء والمرسلين قدم يشرعون ولأرواح الأئمة الأربعة وإلى أرواح مشايخنا في الطريقة النقشبندية العالية خاصة إلى روح إمام الطريقة وهو الطفل خرج له الدين النقشبندي محمد يوسف البخاري وحضرة أستاذنا وأستاذ أستاذنا وسائر ساداتنا وصديقين وآل ختم الخاشكان وسيدنا عبد الخالق الوجدواني والأرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات ولا جميع من نحن في جوارهم خاصة من وصانا واستوصانا بدعاء الخير رضاء لله تعالى. الفاتحة. سبحان ربي العلي الأعلى الوهاب. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم اجعل جمعنا هذا جمعا مرحوما وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما ولا تجعل فينا شقيا ولا محروما. اللهم زدنا ولا تنقصنا، اللهم أكرمنا ولا تهنا، اللهم أعطنا ولا تحرمنا، اللهم آثرنا ولا تؤثر علينا، اللهم ارضنا وارض عنا، سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا، ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا، ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به، واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا، أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا إنك جامع الناس ليوم لا ريب فيه، إن الله لا يخلف الميعاد. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين وأعلي كلمة الحق والدين. اللهم دمر أعداءك أعداء الدين، اللهم خذهم أخذ عزيز مقتدر. اللهم إن بطشك لشديد. اللهم انتقم من الذين أجرموا فانتقمنا من الذين أجرموا وكان حقا علينا نصر المؤمنين. اللهم إنا نسألك نصرك والفتح يا رب العالمين بإظهار صاحب الزمان. اللهم انصره نصرا عزيزا وافتح له فتحا قريبا. اللهم اجعل لنا من لدنك وليا، اللهم اجعل لنا من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا. اللهم وشرفنا وكرمنا بمبايعته وبمرافقته وبمصاحبته وبمتابعته، واجعلنا من جنده
به وأدخلنا برحمتك في عبادك الصالحين. آمين آمين آمين. وصل يا ربي وسلم وبارك على إمام المرسلين وإمام الملائكة والأتقياء والأنقياء والأمة عامة أجمعين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة. آمين. تقبل الله. إن شاء الله tomorrow we'll see you